How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Benji's Vlogs and Whatnots. I am Benji. As you guys can tell, I am down near the main street of town. I need to do a quick little dunk into Vinny's op shop. We need to go and find some more queen size fitted sheets, for a second one has decided to, as you would say, tear itself apart. So we're going to go and get some from there. So we need to go for a bit of a hike just past that little pink sign that you guys would see just down there. Vinny's is just there, so shouldn't take us too long to go there and then back to the car. That was a no schnozzle, nothing there. Doona covers, pillowcases, single sheets, no fitted sheets. That's alright, there's one more place that we can go to before we head off to our next location, which is going to be down the road by about 10 minutes. So we're going to have to go and have another quick look at this one just up here, see if there's anything there. If not, I'll have to get Mum to go to Spotlight for us on Tuesday, because they're going up that sort of direction tomorrow. Oh, not tomorrow, on Tuesday. So they can go and have a bit of a gander at it then, and I can give them the cash when it comes time for it. So we've managed to score something. It is a bit of a burgundy maroon colour, but that will do just fine. That'll keep us out of trouble for the time being. I have a couple of spares sitting in my room for the next time that we need to change the sheets. Final little stop for today is that little walkway that we were talking about a couple of days ago. Need to have a bit of a walk, stretch the legs, and a bit of fresh air, so may as well go and have a bit of a gander down here and enjoy the little nature walk along the little bloody riverbank that we got sitting just down here. Tell you what, that tree right there would be bloody good for some firewood. This would have to be one of my favourite little walkways right here, for a very simple fact. As I said before, little river down there, nice flat little walking track, plenty of visibility each side, so if there is any snakes sitting around, you'll be able to at least see them before you basically almost step on them. Beautiful thing about this as well too, as you guys can see here, is there's plenty of shrubbery, or very thicket of bushes and whatever else. All along in here would be some excellent little hidey holes. You could come down here with a backpack, tarp, or even nothing at all, and sleeping mat, sleeping bag, tin of food or whatever, some water. Could sneak into there and do a little stealth camp in and amongst this. It's another reason why I love coming down here, is because the idea of it is something that I wouldn't mind doing. But the thing is, being a big boy, needing to get out of here quick, smart, and everything else in between, it would be almost very difficult to do so. But the idea is there, and I do thoroughly enjoy that idea. The only bloody problem with that idea, guys, is right over there is the bloody freeway. So there would be a lot of traffic noise even at midnight or 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. All you'd be able to hear is bloody traffic. But I could almost sleep through bloody anything at the best of times, so wouldn't bother me in the least if there was too much traffic. And if I could, if I was fit enough, I'd literally climb right down there, chuck a line in or whatever. But I can tell you right now, trying to get back up from that, my size, would not be a good idea. And this is another big reason why I like to come down here, guys. There's a couple of rabbits sitting just over there. There's at least 4 of them. This is why I love coming down here, guys, is you don't get to see this in town. You only get a chance to see them up here. That is cool. There's 3 sitting there, and one of them, there was originally 4, but one of them took off. So hopefully we, oh, there he goes. I don't think these guys really care too much. They're aware, but I don't think they care too much. If I could bring down a bow and arrow, I'd at least be able to get one of those for dinner. Yeah, they're just sitting there stuffing their face at the moment. That is cool. Tell you what, definitely a good idea to come down here today. Sun's out, a little bit of cloud, running water down there. Such a good bloody day to not do something like this. I reckon this would be as far as I go, guys. I could keep going down that way and go right round the farmland that's just behind those trees, but I didn't want to come all the way down here. But this is really the view that I wanted to come and see, is right here. Seeing all the water reeds and that down there, all the trees. I could, if I was fit enough, climb down there and have a bit of a waterfront view, but I think my legs are saying no. And same with the back at the moment. The back is saying no. Also, I got a bit of an opportunity to hear some froggies. You guys can probably barely hear that, but there's a whole heap of frogs somewhere down in here. That's another big reason why I decided to come down here, is because you guys can see there's a rabbit down there. Another one. It's probably one of the ones from a little bit further up that way, but yeah. Little white-tailed rabbit right there. Beautiful. There's also a bit of stinging nettle down here as well. Some small patches like this. Some big patches that are a little bit further up that way. So if I was out here overnight, I'd be able to still make up a hot stinging nettle tea. It's a beautiful thing about those plants, is they might sting the absolute shit out of you, but you can still make a tea out of it. And from what I have seen on YouTube and whatever else, but I don't know if this is true, don't take my word for it, is you can also eat the leaves once you've cooked them up. But I don't think that would be a good idea, especially if the stinger barbs are still on the leaf. It starts talking like this, with a little bit of a lisp. Yeah, look at that. Some more stinging nettle here. There's a whole big patch just up there. That's what I mean about plenty of stinging nettle. Should take a couple of these plants home and put it in my little kettle that I've got on the fireplace. Get it up to about 80 degrees Celsius. And myself a pot of stinging nettle tea. Yeah, it looks like those rabbits are gone from there. I did see a family walk past just before with a couple of dogs, so I dare say that the dogs would have scared them away. I only just thought when I was up at the little bend there, it'd be good to take some photos, but yeah, I was a bit late on the front of taking some photos of said wabbits. That's alright. We've still come down, stretched the legs and seen some wabbits, so I'm pretty darn happy with that either way. Ooh, there's a wabbit right there. The wabbit sitting right over there, and he's gone, or she. Let's just say it is gone. Missed the opportunity for a photo. Bugger. Now, I don't know how the fishing would be down here though. As you guys can see, the water is quite murky. Not so much with mud, but all the decomposing leaves and branches there and that usually fall into this river. So, yeah, I don't know how well the fishing would be like, because as you guys can see, that is moving pretty darn quick, so the line wouldn't really sit in the same spot for long. Whew. Now that was a walk. Did a quick little calculation while we were out there. We've done 2.2 kilometres from basically this very car park that we're in now down to the very corner that we went to. 1.1 k's down and 1.1 on the way back. But then again, it probably would have been like 1.2 by the time I got back to the car from pretty much where I measured. So I reckon we've probably done about 2.4 kilometres. I'll have to do that in miles down here. So I'd say from the top of my head, probably would have been 1.1 mile or thereabouts. But again, I'll put it just down here. Now that we've all gone for that little walk, it is time to come down and do some more trusty little chopping. Need some more kindling for up in the house, henceforth is why there's a red bucket. And see if we can cut up one of these easily enough. Everything else in between. Ooh, that was a good little exercise. Got the blood flowing. Everything else in between. Whew. I think it's now time to sit on our backsides and enjoy today for what it's worth. Because it is the very next day from when we went for that little walk. There was a couple of other things that I wanted to get done today. One of those was to obviously get some more wood cut. And we've got enough for a few days to keep us rolling. Everything else in between. Not only that, Mum's found a recipe for a homemade fire lighters. Basically petroleum jelly, sawdust, and I think some candle wax just to slow it down from burning too quickly. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to look into that a little bit more in depth before we decide to put that up on YouTube, because we have no idea what we're doing. So we'd like to be able to know what we're doing so that we know what we're talking about. But I don't think I'll be spending too much bloody time out here. It is relatively fresh, if you know what I mean. It's nice right now when we're body temperature's up, so we can cool down a bit. Once we've cooled down a bit, we can go back inside and see what Mum wants to do. And I've just come to a realisation just before when I was sitting in front of the fire. Bring on summer. I'm not usually fond of summer or too hot temperatures, but I think after this winter I've gotten a certain love for a warmer temperature or a warmer climate. As long as it's not too humid and hot at the same time, I would be very happy, to say the least. But I don't mind from time to time being outside in the cold, because where it would be out there chopping wood or going for a walk, and doing so it does bring up the body temperature a wee bit. So, you know, in certain situations like that I don't mind, but when we're just sitting out there on one of the seats out there, that's when that's a problem. Plenty more comfortable days of fishing for that case when summer comes, no doubt about that. It is very uncomfortable to sit at creekside, wherever it may be, freezing one's arse off, especially with poor circulation in the legs. They do get pretty bad with the icicles, I will admit. So all I can say is bring on summer. But that won't be for another 3 to 6 months away. Oh no, it'll be less than that now. Yeah, about 3 months. Jesus Christ. Time has damn well flown in this year, I will admit. Way too damn quick for my liking. But anyway, I'm not going to sit here and complain about that. I am pretty much going to put the camera down. I've done what I needed to do. I went for a walk, chopped some wood, saw some wabbits. Those pesky little wabbits. And yeah, pretty much got some things ready for tomorrow. We do have some things that we want to start making for the fire pit out there. So there will probably be some trial and errors and everything else in between, but that'll be for then. So in saying that, guys, I'm going to put the camera down, so it's an arrivederci for now. Thanks for watching, thanks for being a part of this video and everything else in between. I'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, guys, keep it cheesy.